Have you ever received criticism from, say, a stranger or barely an acquaintance? It hurts, right? Yeah, it does. What about when it's a trusted friend? That sting can be even deeper. In this video, we're going to discuss what that pain might be pointing to and how to change it, how to make it not hurt so much. Recently, I had this happen, which is exactly why I'm making this video. I had a very close, trusted friend, in a nicer way than I'm going to put it. I'm going to be blunt about it. But she basically said I had no business pursuing one of my goals, one of my dreams, because I don't have an advanced degree and only people with advanced degrees should be doing that thing. Side note, she has this advanced degree. Now, I'm making light of it, but I don't mean to put her down. She is a trusted friend, and I understand her viewpoint, but it really sent me reeling for a couple of days. You know, when a stranger says something, it can hurt, no doubt, especially online now. There's so much vitriol and hate speech and saying things to people we would probably never say in public, about the way they look or their clothing or whatever, weight, hair color, whatever. But you know, with a stranger, you have the defense to say they don't know anything about me, they don't know me, so their criticism has no validity. But when it's a trusted friend, the sting can go a little deeper because they do know you, and you put more importance or weight on what they have to say. So I want to talk about the 3 things I realized in the past couple days since this has happened, and ways to handle it and even make it not hurt so much. So first, again, you can do this for strangers too, but for this first one, it applies mostly to friends. Look at their beliefs. As best you can, look at their viewpoint and see if maybe their beliefs aren't true. Now, this trusted friend, like I said, has a master's degree in a certain thing. And again, I love this friend. I don't think she's going to see this video because she also said, I can't watch your videos because you're not a master's degree holder, whatever. Okay, so she's probably not going to see it, but I don't in any way want to hurt her feelings. Again, great friend, really love her. But her beliefs are different than mine. Her viewpoint is different than mine. She's had different trauma than I have. Even in her whole life, she had different trauma, so she's got different beliefs, and she very much believes in, advanced degrees, and that's the only way, and otherwise, you shouldn't do anything without an advanced degree. And I respect that opinion, right? But I don't necessarily agree with that. There have been a number of CEOs that didn't have advanced degrees. I think Sam Walton, who started Walmart, didn't have an advanced degree. I don't want to quote anybody right now because off the top of my head I can't remember all the big ones. But, there's been a bunch of people that did very well and followed their goals and their dreams without a master's or a PhD in whatever. So first, look at their beliefs and are they necessarily true? The second thing is, is there any truth to it? Is there any truth to their criticism? That's one of the things I do. And not in a blaming way, not in a putting yourself down way, but is there some room for improvement? I feel like, for me, I can always improve in just about every category in my life, and I'm always looking to improve. So are there any grains of truth in what this person said? Is there somewhere you can improve? And if so, do it, fix it. Do whatever it takes to improve that thing, whether it's taking a course or buying a book or whatever it is that will help you improve in that way. Because learning and growing and getting better at whatever is never a bad idea, in my opinion. So instead of using this criticism to feel bad about yourself, use it as like I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but a push to get better. Okay, and so the third thing is, what is it triggering in you? If there's hurt, if there's pain from what this criticism, whatever it was, then there's something unhealed in you. Because if you have no doubts, no issues, no, nothing, then whatever the person has to say is going to bounce right off. I'll give you an example. Like, if, let's say there's two women standing in front of me and they both have brown eyes, and one grew up loving her brown eyes. She has the belief that brown eyes are deep and soulful and the best color eyes you could possibly have. And the other girl, for whatever reason, has a belief that blue eyes are much more beautiful and brown eyes are ugly. Totally different beliefs, same color eyes. And I, or somebody, walk up and go, ugh, I don't like brown eyes are ugly. I love blue eyes. One starts crying, the other starts laughing. Now, I'm not saying you should walk around saying any mean thing you want. It's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is, it was a statement of my belief that brown eyes are not as nice as blue. It's just a statement. It doesn't have any power except in what beliefs it hits, right? So when this friend said this to me, it hit something inside me, and that's why it was painful. And I actually started to make this video yesterday, but I started welling up because there was still a little trauma, there was still a little pain, so I needed to work on it further. And I realized that it had to do with, I'm not good enough. And, honestly, this friend may be right. Maybe I can take another course to get better at this goal that I'm pursuing, right? Sure, I'm always up for improvement, but there was pain. So what's that about? And that's the gift of the universe, because I believe on some level the universe will send whatever way it can, not ever to hurt us, but to spur our growth and our healing. And that is why this friend happened to say this to me, I believe. Yes, she has her own beliefs, and she was just telling me her own beliefs. But I think on some level the universe conspired for my healing in a good way. I'm gonna tear up now for good though, not from pain. Yeah, I find that the universe is miraculously got our backs. And even when something painful arises, it's usually, depending upon how you look at it, for our good in some way. It's for our growth. It's for our healing. That pain is pointing out some trauma or something we haven't quite finished healing. And, we have tools to heal it. So I take it as a gift. So thanks, universe, for criticizing me a couple days ago. So I could find that last little piece of I'm not good enough and handle it so that I can move forward with my goals and never give up. That's the other thing. That's a side note. When you're pursuing one of your goals, never give up. If somebody says something, keep going. Use it as, as I said earlier, use it as a push to get even better and to pursue what you want, what your dream is, even harder. So yeah, those are the three things. 3 ways to use criticism to your benefit as a gift from the universe. See you next time.